Hey guys, Brock Shield here. This time starting off in ZG, where you see the Heart of Hakar has dropped. In addition to the Heart of Hakar, you also see the Peacekeeper gauntlets had dropped. Those are excellent healing gloves for a paladin. So as you can see, no one else rolls for Heart of Hakar for main spec, so I'm fortunate to win it. You'll see the item I pick up for it for the quest turn-in later. For the Peacekeeper gauntlets, the other paladin in the party already had them, so I was lucky in this case to get both of these items, both of which will be very useful for me healing in raids going forwards. As you'll see now, we'll head over to Strangler Vale next, where we turn in the Heart of Hakar. When you arrive at the island, head over to this turn-in point here, and you'll see I choose the Damage, Spell Power, and Healing Trinket, which will be useful for me when I heal in raids, as the 400 healing buff to start is quite a bit for healing. Following that, we'll head over to BWL, where you see Copacetic gets his Ash Candy. And I know Mr. Wiggles enjoys it as well. So just admiring Copa's blade, and Grahand comes over with his rank 14 weapon. Incredible. Looking good, guys. Following that, the red Dragon Scale Protector comes up, a great healing offhand, much better than what I had. I was using a blue item from Zul'Gurub previous to this. As you can see, the Paladins roll, and my 63 wins it in this case, so I really appreciate the opportunity to get this shield. So thank you, Tyr. Thank you, everyone in Elegance. Next, I want to say thank you here to Reggie. If you saw my video with Self-Your-Ass, Reggie here is Chrissy, and with another large tip, I'm very grateful for the support that you provide. So thank you very much. Following that, with some backstory, I bought this last ingot from Copacetic from the auction house for 400 gold. Here, Copacetic refunds 250 gold, as he was fine giving it to a guildie for 150. I really appreciate that kind of generosity, Copa, and thank you for being part of Self-Your-Ass Hand of Ragnaros. It means a great deal to me. Next, thank you here to Brenner. We were running some Stockades runs as I was trying to power level my alts and make some gold, and he tipped 20 gold, and I really appreciate that, as that is a large sum. So thank you, Brenner. Always appreciate that kind of generosity. Following this, I would like to discuss what my future plans are for Brock Shield moving forwards over the next about month or so. Here you can see some clips for where I was doing SM Graveyard. I wanted to level up all 10 of my alts at minimum to level 35 so they could learn tailoring and get the Mooncloth cooldown. So I decided to bring Alardin, my second highest alt, over to SM Graveyard to see if this would be a good dungeon to try. As you can see, the roundup of the mobs and the AoE down looks good, and that really isn't the problem. The concern is getting the alt up to a position where he's getting experience and doesn't die in the process. The reason is because there's a significant amount of alt tabbing required in SM Graveyard, so even though Alardin here survives this pull, he didn't get any experience, which is disappointing. With that said, it made me rethink what my strategy would be for leveling each of the 9 remaining alts, excluding my highest one, Denarius, to at least level 35. The strategy will be to level them in Stockades, where they can rest in Stormwind to get rest experience, up until level 32. After that, I'll bring them over to Nomergon, as from my video you saw there were quite a bit of pulls there that generate a lot of experience, and there isn't as much walking needed from the alts. Speaking of walking, you'll see here on this second pull, I'm alt-tabbing on another screen to Alardin moving up. Unfortunately, I miss one of the mobs in the upper right-hand area of the section, and Alardin pays the price. So even though all these mobs are gonna go down, and it looks good, Brock, but unfortunately your buddy didn't make it, rendering this whole pull pointless. So there he goes, and now I'm just making subpar loot, not giving my alt any experience. So for that reason, that's why I decided that Stockades to Nomergon would be the best route for me to go. I think this would be quite doable if I had somebody that I could have my alt set on follow, but the thing is that makes me dependent on somebody else, and while a lot of players would be happy for the runs, I still really couldn't do it too easily solo, so I figure the Stockades to Nomergon route is best for me at this point in time. The other big benefit, of course, with Stockades is that you're in a capital city. So these pulls, the loot, everything, it's just quite simple here. It's also quite relaxing because the dungeon really doesn't have many mechanics to trip you up other than the stuns, but at this point in Classic WoW, with this level of gear, there's really not much difficulty. So that's what I'm going to be doing with Brockshield moving forwards over the next month. Getting each of those 9 remaining alts to level 35 and training them with tailoring. So far the progress is good, but it will take time. With that, I want to say thank you for watching the video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Light be with you all, take care, and thanks again.